Yo, yo, yo. It's going to be the first, I guess, official interview. So I got my boy Glenroy, right? And I'm going to put your Instagram joint on there.
The one and only G-Roy at Instagram.
So we just did, we just went and worked out. Now, but I can't introduce this guy without first telling the story. And we were talking about it at the gym of how we first met. So, freshman year, I was in a private school called Northeastern Academy, somewhere deep in the jungles of Manhattan. You know, like one street before you get into the Bronx, which is like no man's land, right?
Word.
And so freshman year, you know, I was a big kid. Anyway, I was always a big kid, right? And but didn't really know how to fight. But here's how Glenroy comes in. So, you know, as kids, you know, you're going to be, you know, tussling and, you know, you're going to, you know, wrestle because, you know, WWF, you know, was big. You know what I'm saying? So, freshman year, we were in the basement where the cafeteria's at, outside of Miss English.
Classroom.
The classroom.
We was just walking around. We wasn't even in class, I don't think.
It was a break or something.
Yeah.
And man, so we were just wrestling. I don't know what we just started wrestling. Or what was it, wrestling?
I think somebody challenged us like, oh, he's big, Glenroy, you're big. Let's see what happens.
Or was it see if you could pick up somebody? Or it was one of those. Because it didn't start off as wrestling, right? So again, I was always a heavy kid. Because, you know, I used to be picked on and stuff, being a fat kid and stuff like that. So when I got older, I'm like, you know what? You know, started drinking milk. You know, I'll be heavy. I'm not letting nobody pick me up. You know what I'm saying?
I was about maybe $175, $180 at the time.
But he was strong though, right? He was strong. He was like a freaking ox. Like he walk around, he got all that energy. He's just, you know, ready. So then now, I guess we were trying to see who can lift up whoever, whatever it was. And then this dude picked me up. I was like, he picked me up, and then I say he let me go, and just in gravity, you know, took hold, and then I fell, and he happened to be, you know, standing above me. Some people will say he body slammed me. You know, I'm not gonna say all that. You know, I'm just gonna say he picked me up and then let me go, and gravity, you know, took over. Right? That's what I want to say. You know, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. What's your story? What you remember? What you remember?
It was
man?
like more like a spine buster, how Triple H.
Dude, man. I was surprised. You know, and then of course everybody started screaming, yo, you know, just yo, you know. And the only thing I could think is that, you know what, I hope I don't ever get into a fight with this dude, because if he could pick me up, there goes my advantage. Yo, I don't want to be that one freshman that got beat up, you know, freshman year. You know what I'm saying? And I think, but I think after that, you know, out of the freshman class, we were the two strongest. In the freshman class.
One of the two, yeah, two of the strongest, because you had likes of Terrence Rodney.
Terrence Rodney. That name sounds familiar. Wasn't he skinny?
No, you thinking about Terrence? Terrence Carter. That's what you thinking about.
That's what I'm thinking about. Terrence Carter. Yeah.
Nah, Terrence Rodney.
He was a freshman.
Yeah, we was all in the same class.
Man, I gotta see the yearbook.
Terrence Rodney is kind of big. Mm-hmm. He looked like Biggie in the face, still to this day.
Oh man.
Who else? I think that's it that I can remember.
Yeah.
But you do have those sleepers that, you know, kept their what you call it under wraps.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, because one thing I didn't want to do, you know, I wasn't the type to try to mouth off or bring attention to myself, because I didn't want somebody to call me out and then next you know, I can't. Exactly. Even though there's going to be another video with Rashawn, how, you know, almost got into it with a bunch of seniors, and it was his fault, where they had like the freshmen against the seniors, where they used to do that joint.
What, Freshman Friday? Supposed to be?
Yeah, no, it wasn't Freshman Friday, because I guess Rashawn knew people, you know what I'm saying? So it was him, Corey Walker, Terrence King. tall dude,
yeah, I
and
remember
then
Terrence King.
and then one of the other dudes. But I'll say this real quick. So Terrence King taught me a valuable lesson freshman year.
That's family right there.
Yo, how's he doing?
He's good. He's related to Lisa and Maxine.
A word?
Yeah.
So it's because he was tall. So here's what happened. So, there was wrestling and stuff like that. And then there was this other kid I really didn't like. And then, they were, they were wrestling or whatever. But me, I was a punk. I got a couple of cheap shots in while they were play fighting. And he was like, yo, who hit me? Who did that? I'm giddy and I'm running away. But Terrence, he was like, nah, son. You did what you did, and you got to stand up. Be a man, stand up. And whatever happens, happens. And he called me out on it. But it was true though, because even though I was playing around, whatever. I mean, ended up turning out to be sort of kind of a real fight. I'm not gonna say the name, of who it was, but I think on that day, do you remember the twins, Anne-Marie and Navalette?
Yeah.
I just straight went beast. I was like, bump it, we about to fight. Not the girls, but this particular individual. And then I was like, it was one of those, just wait till, 3 o'clock. And I'm like, I'm ready. Let's do it. And plus, I really didn't like him, But, that's not a reason, it's not, and I was stupid. I was young, I was stupid. But the point was, I did something, and Terrence King called me out, and he was like, yo, you did what you did. And you pretty much you got to be accountable. You did what you did. You got to be held accountable. And I got to say that's one of the lessons outside the home or whatever. That was a valuable lesson that I learned. And with that being the case, that's something that was always in my background. Like, yo, you got to stand up and man up for the things that you do. In life. But for me, I'm honored because I saw Glenn Roy maybe a couple of times since I moved back up to New York, and then now we linked up and we went to go work out, and I'm like, man, I wonder if I could keep up with the dude, But let me ask you this, like, what's an obstacle, that you've had to overcome that you don't mind sharing it with, with people out there? What's a major obstacle, that you've had to that you think you had to overcome and you think would benefit, somebody else could hear it?
Smoking cigarettes.
Okay.
Smoking cigarettes for, I want to say maybe 15, 16 years.
Really?
Off and on. Not heavy like buying packs.
Yeah.
But just the point of smoking cigarettes, you can make right.
Right. Okay.
35th.
Yeah.
But I think it got worse when I joined the Navy. An outlet, somewhere to go when you don't feel like working. Let's go to the smoke pit. Have a cigarette. What's going on? Why is this guy person? It took me a while. I tried quitting a couple times. At one point, after my son was born, I was even using the Nicorette gum. That helped me for a while, but I started back again. So now I have officially quit. It's been 2 weeks. I don't have an urge to smoke a cigarette. And if I do, I try not to think about it. I steer clear of my Lucy shops, my Lucy stores and all that.
Yeah.
So I don't have that urge to just walk in there. Because a lot of times now, I don't even have to have money on me to get one. I know the guys in the store, they look out, but
yeah,
it's been an obstacle. It's been a real obstacle, and I'm glad that I finally stopped.
Yeah.
One, for my kids, watch them grow up and don't have to worry about their father being or having cancer or anything like that. So, yeah.
It's interesting you say that. So my mom, she used to be a heavy smoker when we were young. Like, packs, like, smokes. We got old photo albums, and I think when my middle brother was born, when Ace was born, she ended up quitting, and the reason being was he would have asthma attacks based on her cigarette smoke. You know what I'm saying? Not for anything else, but it was always agitated whenever she smoked.
Right.
So then now she had to stop. Now maybe I feel away because I'm your firstborn. You didn't stop smoking, because of me. I had to inhale all that. But for my middle brother, you stopped for him. But again, everybody got got their obstacle, got their vices, got whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, again, you had your reason that you needed to stop. You know what I'm saying? Or make a change, you know. And again, you know, you sound like, you know, for your kids, you want to be around, you know, for your kids, which is, you know, a big deal, you know. And in me, like I was telling you earlier, I'm more conscious-minded of time now because, you know, we're getting older. And look, almost 20 years later since freshman year, yo, we back.
More than 20 years.
More than 20 years freshman year. Yo, back at the gym, man. It's good, man.
It felt good.
Yo, it's
how am I
good.
gonna feel in the morning?
In the morning, yo, that'll be different. You know, I still gotta come back late. Wait, we close by. Yeah, I still gotta come back, you know, with my son later on today. You know, I gotta meet this goal. But man, yo, overcoming obstacles, man, is dude, I was glad to meet up with you and then share, you know, that.
We gotta do this again tomorrow morning.
Yeah, man. Wait. Nope, not tomorrow. I got work scheduled tomorrow.
Friday? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You didn't switch it up. Okay.
Nah, I didn't switch it. It was only for today. But we're gonna work that out, and I'm gonna delete that after here. You know, they don't need to know all that. But yeah, man, cool.